Hey guys, GenuineSounds here. I'm gonna be detailing out a couple new features in Genuine Mod Pack. Uh, let's get started. Um, it's a brand new world, and well, I guess I could start with a couple new spells. They're really neat. It's called Retrace Steps. It allows you to track with a magical string up to 40 blocks away. This number gets bigger as you level. Um, so this is what it looks like. As you can see, you have reached the limits of your magic. Um, if you go into debug mode, it'll show you at which point it's at the where you are if you wanted to. Otherwise, it'll just say beginning and end. The colors move this way to signify which way you need to go if you wanted to get back to the beginning. Let's go ahead and show you the cool new cheat menu. Press P to open up your spell book if you have a spell. Press up, up, down, down, left, right, and then enter. And then cheat activated. You can either wait for it to be done or just press done. Now this little button it becomes available. Also, you don't have a cooldown. This ability doesn't actually have a cooldown, but no cooldowns on any spells that you cast. You can press max level, and it'll automatically level everything. One cool thing about this spell is that you can start it and stop it whenever you want to. However, when you restart it, all of your previous, or the previous path that you made will disappear. So if I go ahead and start it, I can walk for a distance, and then go ahead and press cast key again to stop it. That's really handy if you just wanted to draw and take screenshots and stuff like that. Another thing I've added is eggs for genuine enemy and genuine friend. Well, let's just go ahead and put it on easy so I can spawn one of these. Just put one down. I also made it so that only when you hover on them will it show their level. This is just to clear up space, and you don't want too much information being bombarded at you at the same time if you have multiple dudes. This is a really neat feature I added. They'll go search for items when they're not fighting each other. Let's go ahead and press. They're healing and fighting and being crazy. They're both level 2 right now. We'll see who wins. I think the human's gonna win. Okay, cool. Let's go pick up that item. Alright, so check this out. Now that he has an item, here, let's drop a couple more. He'll just go pick up items and shiz. So they'll do this forever, and they'll have as much as they want. There's a really cool idea if you wanted to give them your items because you're running out of room or something and you just want to dump all your items into this dude. He'll actually go pick them up, but the only way that you can get him back is if you kill him. And that's a really cool feature. I think I had a couple more spells. Player speed is a passive. It works based on, or it levels based on how far you've walked. So the more you've walked, the faster speed you get. Moon Boots is really cool. Let's just show you this real quick. Sorry, I'm holding a microphone, so let me put it down. As you can see, it doesn't really do much level 1, so let's level it up a couple times. Alright, here's level 5. We'll cast it. As you can see, gravity's getting a little less every single time, and it's lasting a bit longer every single level. You should be spam casting this throughout your journey, just whenever you use it. That way you can level it up faster. Alright, let's level it up a couple more times. Alright, here's the level 7. Cast it. Jump. Now we're jumping a little bit higher and floating a little bit longer. How about level 8? A little bit higher and a little bit longer. Level 9. That's when the icon changed, and that's when you get a really nice boost. Pretty good. And level 10. Very high and very slow. Very cool too. You can cast this on enemies as well. Let's spawn a sheep or something. How about some mushrooms? So target him, cast it. Pretty cool. They'll be jumping around, being goobers. Alright, on to some more spells. Repair item spell. This is really OP at the moment, and you just put your selector over an item. Well, you don't even have to do that, but if you cast it, or that's the wrong spell. So, repair item, cast it. That's the wrong button. Repair item, cast it, put it over, and it will heal a bunch of stuff if you had a bunch of broken things or something. This basically, if you get this early enough in the game, this basically ensures that you never have to waste any tool, and you'd only really need to upgrade if you, or build a new tool if you wanted to upgrade to diamond, would be the end game, or other modded items and stuff. So that's always good. I think I've shown you guys these. Some of these don't work because of too many items, so we can go into creative and turn off too many items real quick, and then we'll be able to do it. We already have that. This is pretty cool. Here, let's shift click it. Alright. Moon boots, we got that. Repair item. Let's just fill that up anyway. Call of the Wild. Call of Lightning. Call of the Clone. These are really good mechanic fights, or mechanic spells, fight mechanic spells. I'm pretty sure I've already shown you these, but we'll just run through them anyway. So, Sands of Time is really awesome. Oh, if you noticed, all my spells disappeared. That's because if you're on hardcore, you have a different spell book uh, that will cross all worlds, and if you're on normal, you'll have a different spell book. Also, if you're on creative, you'll have a different spell book for normal or hardcore. So 4 different spell books just to keep everything simple and interesting. And teleporters. Here, let's go through these and go ahead and level them up. Or we can just learn one, find them, max level, scroll down. This selects it as well. So player speed is a passive and is on all the time unless you take it off and then toggle it back on. So that's a really neat passive based on auto levels based on how far you've run. But if you happen to find more in a chest, that's really nice too, because then you can level it up faster. Here, let's show you some of the cool spells. Call of Lightning is really cool. If you are far away, I would recommend using it, but if you're too close, I would recommend not using it. Here, let me put the microphone down so I can do this. As you can see, it just I missed the first time, that's why it said you need a target, but hit him the second time. It's really cool. At later levels, it will just sit there and spam lightning bolts for a very, very, very long time. Alright, so next we have Call of the Clone. This is really fun to use because it's an amazing piece of game mechanic for fights. And I'll show you what it does. Let's say we have a bunch of zombies. Alright, and let me turn on TMI real quick. We'll go nighttime, difficulty normal, and then I'll put a couple of these down. Now that we have a bunch of zombies, I'm gonna... Actually, I can't turn it off creative, but I can show you exactly what the spell mechanic does anyway. Imagine they're chasing you. Oh, I guess it doesn't really work that well in creative, but hold on a second. Well, it's bugged. I think I messed with it, but I'll fix it later. Basically, it makes all of the enemy mobs target the clone and go after him and just attack him till he's dead instead of you. Okay, so anyway, on to the next spell. Call of the Wild is awesome. Really good when you're in trouble. Activate it. It spawns whatever level you are of. That's how many wolves, tame wolves it spawns, which is awesome if you're in a badass fight or you just want to mess somebody up really fast. So fun. Alright, on to the next. Player speed, repair item. Okay, Sands of Time. My favorite spell by far. Alright, so let's say you're in a fight, which is always fun, and the guy's gonna kill you unless you can get off a couple hits and you just don't feel like you have the precision to do it. So, check this out. Let's say you're fighting an enemy and... Okay, here's one. Alright, let me put the microphone down. Just watch. One second, we'll get him up here. Alright, so this is what Sands of Time does. It slows the entire game down. Everything, from jumping to attacks, it slows the entire game down. Even the counter. So it's not actual real seconds on the counter or the cooldowns until it runs out, and then you're back to normal speed. You should be spam casting this as well at lower levels because it's really not that effective at lower levels, but it's still something that's actually worth it if you're trying to get that last shot off, if you actually need it. So you would open it up, that pauses the game, click it, cast it, and then, you know, hit or run away or whatever you're going to do. This is really fun in conjunction with not the player speed passive, but the player speed spell. Well, I guess that's it. You'll find some really cool game mechanics to use. Oh yeah. Recall and mark now save. So when you use mark, you mark yourself to a spot, and then if you save and close the world and then reopen it, each marked spot will save to that specific world, which means you can recall whenever you want to. That one put me through the thing, but and each realm has its own mark and recall spot. So if you mark in up here in the overworld, and you go down into the nether, you won't, when you recall, you won't automatically shoot back up here. You'll recall to the marked spot that you did in the nether. And same with the end, and these all work world independently, which is really nice feature, and they persist through save. Oh, and these also persist through save, which is a really cool feature. So if you need to leave the game and then come back, you'll still have your path, and it will still look exactly the same, and it's really, really nice feature when you're down in dungeons. The cheat menu can be taken off by entering the same code, the Konami code. Up, down, down, left, right, and as you can see at the bottom of the screen, it actually puts those there for you to see, to track your progress. To clear it, you just hit enter and it doesn't do anything, so you go up, down, down, left, right, up, down, down, left, right, and then enter, and it will put cooldowns back and everything. If you have a cooldown on a spell and you enter the cheat code to get no cooldowns, it still won't let you cast it until the cooldown is done. I don't know. I just made it that way. Let me know if you guys don't like it that way. So, all right. I think that's all the new stuff I have for right now. Oh yeah. All right. So brains. There's a new change to brains. It's really it's really easy. I don't know why it just recalled me when I switched modes. So it's a 1-to-1 of zombie brains to human brains now, and of course it's a 4 different brains. It doesn't really matter which ones. They're shapeless. So but these yield 2 now, which is really good. These just turn into human brains. So you have 4, but you could just... So the conversions are actually like real. And then once you get all the human brains, you can do zombie brains if you wanted to, or back. Trying to think what else I've done. I think you've already seen all of these, so. Oh, teleporters to the nether in the end. The nether is kind of weird. You might end up in a block, so be sure to have a pickaxe ready. These have incredibly high cooldowns. An hour and 40 minutes at level 1. And... go ahead and level this up a bit. And at level 10, 10 minutes. So that's incredibly long, the cooldown. I guess that's it for now. Stay tuned for more news. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you actually get the news when I do updates like this, because I rarely do. I hate making videos, and my computer sucks and the frame rate blows. And oh right, I added a new button for controls. It's to change the screen size to 720p. That's the plus button. That's what the add button is. That's the default. You can change it. As you can see, my key bindings are all crazy because I have left bracket and right bracket on my mouse, so that's what I use for opening up spell books in my inventory. That's why I have E as cast spell. This isn't the default, but I recommend you doing something like that, making I inventory and E cast spell, because you should be casting spells a lot, and when you actually get them, I hope it's a huge rush. This button, I don't know if I'm actually going to put it in my next update, 3.8, but I like it, and I'll probably put it in there just because it's, if you've ever changed your setting to 720p via single-player commands, it doesn't do it correctly. This method actually does. So when you watch this video, it should be 1280 by 720, the correct size that it's supposed to be, not some weird number below. Alright, well, stay tuned. I should probably get off. Stay genuine, and peace out.